I've made a decision. I'm cutting my Tacoma. We're gonna make it whole again. Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button right now. So what am I talking about? I am cutting my Tacoma. What I'm talking about, in the back here, we used to have a cubby right over there, right? You can kind of see I've drawn an outline of where it was. It was kind of the same as what is over here now. And for some reason, Toyota, in their infinite wisdom, decided to get rid of that cubby. I don't know why, because there's still plenty of room under there. So I've been doing some investigating, and I did this a while back, but I decided to revisit it because I've made up my mind. And I guess the thing that was holding me back before was the cutting my Tacoma, right? Because obviously, if you're gonna put something in here, you have to cut this. Now, it is just plastic or a composite material, the same as the rest of the bed is, right? So it should be pretty easy to cut. I think once it's all drawn out, maybe a couple of drill holes, and then you stick like a jigsaw in there, should be pretty easy to cut that out. The only problem might be down here at the bottom, because the jigsaw is so wide, it might have to be done by hand. I'm not exactly sure about that. Or maybe even a Dremel. That probably would do the job too. But the plan is to go ahead and get the piece and then cut that hole out and stick it in. Now, you can see if you use this one as a guide, and it's about the same size, they just have different things in it here. Of course, the little cubby area, and then the outlet or the plug. But otherwise, it's the same footprint as what you see there, with the bolts all around to hold it in, just like it is there. So, the next thing then was to take a look underneath and make sure that there's room, because surely Toyota must have done something else underneath the truck to take that out. I mean, there must be something there in its place, right? So let's grab the handy dandy creeper down here. By the way, this thing is awesome. My wife got me this for my birthday. Love it. The only problem with it is it slides really easily, which I guess is the idea. So let me see if I can't get on here without sliding down the driveway. There we go. I think I've got it. Now, let's take a look under here, and it's amazing to me what you'll see. If you look under here, right there, right up here is the edge of the bed, right? That's where we'll be. So, what would be done, as I mentioned, is a hole would be cut through this section right here. And there's plenty of room. I don't see anything in the way stopping us from doing that. You can see there's nothing there, plenty of space between the side of the truck, the fender area if you will, and that area where the cutout would be. Now let's zoom on over to the other side, and we'll take a look at how they have the other one in. And you can see right there, that is, or those are, I guess, the two boxes from up above. You have the little cubby area here, which is just open. You can store stuff in there. And then over here is where you have the outlet. And that frame where you see the bolts going through, which is what these are here, is the same size. So there's really no issue space-wise with putting one in. And you can see, let's get a better angle right there, the distance between the box, if you will, and the side of the fender or the truck metal area. Plenty of room there. It's not rubbing up against it or anything, so it's not like it's even a tight fit. So going back over here again, take you with me to the other side. Love this creeper, man. Makes things so much simpler to get around when you're doing stuff like this. But you can see we have the same kind of gapping, obviously, or distance between the edge of the bed and the metal here. So I don't see any problem in taking a look up in there. There's no wiring or any kind of added feature or anything there on the side of the bed that would stop us from doing it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, and I know it's funny, a lot of people aren't aware, but this is the bed. The bed is a composite plastic material, so shouldn't have any problems getting through that. So I don't think it would be that difficult of a project. You know, the scary part, of course, always is cutting. Fortunately, this isn't metal. I probably would not cut into it if it was metal. Or I should clarify, if it was a visible side of the truck. In other words, I wouldn't hack a hole through the side of the truck out here, because if you screw that up, you're screwed. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. Again, should just be a jigsaw and a drill. Cut it out, put the holes in for the screws. You did notice they have nuts on the back of them. Hopefully a kit will come with that. And while I'm speaking of that, as far as a kit goes, there are kits out there available. There are even aftermarket bigger storage boxes that you can put in that area as opposed to going with the OEM. I gotta take a look at that. I haven't decided whether or not, I'll go with something like that. They do provide more storage, and they do come with a lock. That would be nice to be able to lock things up if you need to. But they're about almost 300, $200 to $300, something like that. So a bit on the pricey side. My hope is to be able to find something that's used, out of a Tacoma that was maybe wrecked or something like that, that I could just salvage and go ahead and put in my Tacoma. We shall see. Now, my main purpose in doing this, and of course there has to be a purpose, right, is to store my jack block that I have right there. I was thinking about that thing, and it is wood. I know you can get plastic ones and stuff, but it is wood. And my concern is the more it's exposed to the elements like rain or even extreme heat sitting out in the sun, it'll dry it out and then maybe ruin it. So I'm getting this to be able to store it and lock it up because, people will take anything if you leave it sitting around. And obviously to get that thing off, all you have to do is unscrew the little knob that I have on the top, and it's easily removed. So basically for security of that piece and to protect it from the elements. Anyway, leave a comment, let me know what you think, particularly if you've done this yourself. I'd be curious to know how it went for you. And did you find a used one out there, something you could just salvage that you didn't have to spend a fortune on? Let me know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Robmotive Tundra, all about my quest, my hunt for the new redesigned Toyota Tundra. And Robmotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.